we're diving deep into a motivational speech. It's by Eric Thomas, and it's from his Motiversity YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah. The speech, it hits hard. Get ready, because it's straight talk about self-accountability and pushing past your limits, like the limits you set for yourself. We'll also be uncovering the power of why and the importance of high standards. So you can have a truly dominant 2025.
Dominant 2025. I love that. I think what makes Eric Thomas so compelling is he doesn't sugarcoat. Like right away he asks, have you ever looked at yourself in the mirror and said you let you down?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Right. It's time for some real talk.
It is.
And it's not about beating yourself up. It's about taking a good look inward. Have there ever been times when you chose comfort over growth?
Oh, totally.
We've all been there, but you got to acknowledge it. And that's step one.
Absolutely. Think about when you hit snooze instead of hitting the gym.
Oh, yeah.
Happens. But Thomas's message, it's a call to action. Stop letting those moments define us.
Right. He says we got to find our, North Star. It's like a compass for our lives. Your North Star, that's your core purpose, right? It guides all your actions, all your decisions, even when it's tough.
He actually shares a story about finding his why, and it fueled him like through incredible hardship. It's really inspiring.
Think about your own life, okay? What's your North Star for 2025? Like if you could achieve just one thing, what would make you the most fulfilled? That's your compass.
I love that. And once you've got that why locked in, Thomas says it's all about setting the bar high. He talks about how he went for higher education. Even though he didn't think he was smart, he set that standard, and look at him now.
Right. It's an awesome example. Raising your expectations can unlock amazing achievements. And it's not just about, your own success. It's setting a high standard, and that can inspire the people around you too.
That's so true. Think about your goals for 2025, whether it's health, finances, relationships, or even starting a business. Are you setting standards that challenge you? Or are you playing it safe? Are you going all in?
Yeah, he uses like a sports analogy to show this. He talks about, a team that's good sometimes versus a team that dominates all the time.
Right. Like, are you bringing that a game every day? Or are you just fading after a strong start?
He wants us to be intentional and deliberate with our efforts, planning, taking consistent action toward our goals, not just hoping for the best.
So stepping into that dominant mindset, like a top athlete going for gold. And a big part of that, he says, is owning your journey. No excuses, no blaming others.
It's taking full responsibility for our lives. You have the power to shape your own destiny. Yeah, there will be challenges, but how we respond, that defines who we are.
Right. He calls us out on all those sneaky ways we avoid responsibility. It's easy to blame others or make excuses, but he asks, what excuses have you been using? And what happens when you let them go?
It's a question that pushes us to step up, to own our choices. Because when we blame, when we make excuses, we get stuck, we don't take action, we don't grow.
So it's shifting that mindset from why is this happening to me to what can I learn from this and how can I move forward?
Right. That's the turning point. Embracing that we have control over our responses, control over our actions, even when things feel out of control.
Yeah. He's saying it's not about being perfect, it's about progress, pushing past comfort zones, even when it's hard. And that leads us to you against you. The biggest obstacle is often ourselves, right?
It really is. Our doubts, our fears, getting in our own way. These can hold us back more than anything else. He uses some powerful language to drive this point home, He says it's a dogfight inside. And we have to go through the pain to reach our goals.
But the rewards are worth it, right? He's saying that reaching your potential, that sense of accomplishment, is greater than the discomfort of getting there.
Yeah. And he's not just talking about like money or getting validation. He's talking about finding happiness.
Yeah.
By chasing your purpose, becoming the best version of yourself.
I love that. It's about finding that fire inside, like a motivation that keeps you going when things get rough.
He even says you can be your greatness right now. Like he's giving us permission to step into our power.
It's powerful, right? We don't need anyone's approval to chase our dreams. You know your worth and you go after it no matter what anyone else thinks.
And those voices of self-doubt, we all have them. The ones that say, you're not good enough, not smart enough, not worthy.
But he's saying it doesn't matter. What matters is that we got this gift, this opportunity to live our lives. And it's up to us to make the most of it.
He's like, stop waiting, stop doubting, and just go for it.
He doesn't just say go for it, though. He gets specific. He talks about taking control, playing by your rules, not letting anything stop you.
Right. He shares this story about leaving a situation where he felt like not in control. It wasn't about being angry. It was realizing he needed to be the one calling the shots in his own life.
That's a bold move. Walking away from something that's not working for you, even if it's scary.
He ties this ownership thing to being intentional. He says, I need you to be intentional, deliberate. Dreaming big isn't enough. You need a plan and you need to take action, consistent action towards those dreams.
He uses that sports analogy again. The difference between a team that's good sometimes and one that dominates from beginning to end.
He's saying, don't be the team that fades. Be the team that shows up every single day, putting in the work.
Which brings up a good question. What's stopping you from getting to that next level? What do you need to change to achieve your goals in 2025?
Yeah, he wants us to be honest about the gaps between where we are and where we want to be.
And no more excuses for those gaps. He's not sugarcoating it. Growth often involves pain. There will be times when you want to quit.
But he reminds us most people quit when it gets hard. That's why they never reach their full potential. So push through, the rewards are worth it.
He's saying stop focusing on what's not happening. Focus on what can happen. No more negativity. It's about possibilities.
And this is where he gets real. He says, no more blaming. No more, this teacher did me wrong, this professor did me wrong, my mentor didn't, my mama didn't, my daddy didn't.
He shuts down all the excuses, all the ways we avoid responsibility. It's like a wake-up call, right? Own your life. Stop pointing fingers. Take control.
He says it's easier to blame someone else because then we don't have to do anything. We can just sit and feel sorry for ourselves.
But he's calling us out to man up. And I think that goes for everyone. It's about looking in the mirror and being honest with yourself.
He says, it's your life. You're in control.
Such a powerful statement because the power's back in our hands. You can stay stuck blaming everyone, or you can rise above it, create a better future.
He knows it's not easy. It takes courage to own it, to face your fears, to make changes.
But he says there's no excuse for not living up to your potential. We all have greatness inside, and it's up to us to use it.
So he wants us to ask ourselves, what's my North Star? Why am I here? What's my purpose?
He wants us to think bigger. Think about the legacy we leave behind. Find that meaning in our lives.
He's got this funny analogy about complaining about practice when you're trying to be great at sports. Basically, he's like, stop whining. Put in the work. Greatness takes effort.
Yeah. It's about the process, the challenges, the sacrifices that come with any goal. Remembering that those sacrifices, they're temporary, but the reward, achieving your dreams, that lasts.
He says there are no shortcuts to success. You got to put in the time, the effort.
And he's not letting us off easy when it comes to finishing what we start. He says most people, they're closer than they think to their goals, but they give up right before the finish line.
Persistence is key. There will be setbacks, doubt, but keep pushing, even when it feels like you're going backwards.
He wants us to shift our thinking, take our focus off the pain, and put it on the possibility, the potential ahead.
And remember, he says, the pain is temporary, but the regret of not finishing, that lasts forever.
So how do we avoid that regret? How do we stay motivated, committed, even when things get tough?
He's got some practical advice. Surround yourself with the right people who will support you and hold you accountable.
Find your tribe, the people who believe in you, even when you don't.
And focus on the small wins. Those daily victories, they keep you going.
Yeah, because small wins build momentum, and momentum gets us through.
And self-care, taking care of yourself. Physically, mentally, emotionally, that's important for energy and focus.
It's finding that balance, pushing yourself, but also giving yourself permission to rest.
He even talks about visualization, seeing yourself achieving those goals like it's already happened.
Yeah, create that picture of success. It's powerful for attracting what you want.
And he says failure isn't the opposite of success, it's part of it. Every setback, every mistake, it's a chance to learn and grow.
Embrace the failures, learn from them, come back stronger.
And gratitude, appreciating the journey, the good and the bad.
Because gratitude changes how we see things, right? It helps us focus on what we do have.
Yeah.
And reminds us how far we've come. It's like, instead of focusing on what's missing, celebrate how far we've come. Use that to keep going.
Right. And, this whole journey, self-improvement, reaching our potential, it takes constant effort.
Not a one-time thing, right? It's like a lifelong commitment to grow and evolve.
We got to be willing to do the work every single day, even when we don't want to.
Yeah, it's about showing up, Even when it's hard, when you're tired, when you want to quit.
It's about discipline, creating habits that support your goals and sticking to them, even when it's tough.
Like building those mental muscles, training your...
Call for one.
Through. Stay committed.
And remember, success isn't a straight line. There are ups and downs, setbacks, breakthroughs.
Like riding a wave,
Sure.
right? Stay focused on where you want to go, but adjust along the way. Don't lose sight of that destination.
Embrace the journey. All its,
Yeah.
imperfections and challenges, that's where you grow.
It's in those tough moments when you're pushed. That's how you discover your strength.
And we're not alone in this. We all have struggles. We all have doubts, fears.
But there's power in sharing, right?
Yeah.
Supporting each other, knowing we're all in this together.
He talks about community, surrounding yourself with the right people who lift you up, who inspire you, challenge you.
Yeah, find your tribe, people who believe in you. Even when you don't believe in yourself, they keep you accountable.
Be that person for others too. Offer support, encouragement, just listen.
Yeah, it's a ripple effect, right? Positivity and inspiration. Lift each other up, and remember, we can do amazing things.
And celebrate those successes, big or small. Acknowledge how far you've come. Give yourself credit for the effort.
Because celebrating those wins, it reinforces our belief in ourselves, right? Keeps us motivated.
Use those successes as fuel for even bigger things. Set new goals, dream bigger.
Yeah, create a cycle of growth. Keep striving, keep learning, keep evolving.
He reminds us it never ends. There's always more to learn, more to achieve.
It's that lifelong pursuit. And the process, it's just as rewarding as the destination, isn't it?
So as we wrap up this deep dive, let's think about what stuck with you.
Yeah, what can you take away from this? What can you apply to your own life as you move forward in 2025?
What are those goals, those dreams, those things you've been putting off? And what's one tiny step you can take today to get started?
Remember, it's you against you. You have the power to create the life you want, achieve those dreams, make your mark,
Believe in yourself, own your journey, put in the work.
and never give up. Even when it's hard, when you have setbacks, when you doubt yourself.
Because you are capable of extraordinary things. You have that greatness inside. It's time to unleash it.
So go out there, make 2025 your year. Break those limits, achieve your goals, become the best you.
We hope this deep dive has inspired you, motivated you, and given you the tools to create a life you love, a life with purpose, with passion, with success.
Until next time, keep pushing, keep growing, keep believing.